All right, are we on now? Hello, everybody. My name's Jacob Redding. It's a very warm welcome. I've made a career out of writing software code and giving it away for free. I'm an open source software developer, and I help companies and teams do the same thing, write code and give it away for free. So what I'm talking about today is this next wave of open source. This concept began in 1983, where somebody wrote code and gave it away for free so somebody else could use it. That was back in 1983. But let's take a step back to that time area in software. We had companies that would write software, make a product, and sell it to you. If you wanted a change to it, you'd go back to that company and you'd get a change. If you wanted it to work differently, you'd go back to them. This was a one-way street. They built it, you bought it. You wanted a change? Well, you wait for it, and they will happen. So that didn't really work, and the world changed around this. And what happened is we built billion-dollar industries on the likes of Red Hat, Amazon, Facebook, Alibaba, Google, all off of free and open source software. Billion-dollar companies. We changed the entire landscape by giving away our software for free. That all happened in less than 30 years. And I love this one right here. Components of the software used in this vehicle may be free and open source. You might be thinking I was talking about a Tesla. I'm actually talking about your Mercedes outside. Go to your glove box, open it up, it's open source. Android phones, if you shop at Walmart, you're a Bright House customer, all open source. So what is this? Open source is this very simple concept. We write something, we open it up, and we give it away for free. You can see what's in it. That's it. It's as simple as that, right? But what makes it work? And what makes it work is what we all like, freedom. It's a matter of freedom. But when we think of free with freedom in open source, we think of free speech, not the price, right? And that's a quote from the founder of the open source movement, Richard Stallman. And there's 4 freedoms that we focus on in open source. To run the program as you wish, to study it and change it, and then to redistribute that. That second one is the most important one, because it's about changing something so it does it as you want. It's about taking building blocks and building stories and building novels and creating something that's the future. So we're not writing a product, we're using building blocks of source code to build what our future holds. And the business ecosystem has responded to this with the #1 reasons for using open source: innovation, ability to customize and fix, security, quality, and finally cost. But innovation is there. So that wave of should we use open source or not, that is past. It's won. We are using open source. It is ubiquitous. It's in everything that you do is where open source is. But we have a next hurdle in front of us. So 30 years later, we find ourselves with problems. And 2 years ago, one of them manifested itself. So if you were on the internet and you did a secure transaction, you were probably suspect to a hack, an encryption break in your transaction. And it was because of open source. And it was this one here, Heartbleed. Billions of dollars of damage happened because millions of websites used an open source package called OpenSSL. And it was hacked. But it wasn't hacked because it was technical. Think about what you could do with $2,000. Because that's all they had a year to fund the encryption method that encrypted all of your transactions, all the things you did on your phone, all the things you did on your websites. They had $2,000 a year to do that. So we have problems, but we're all in this together. Whether you're a software developer or not, you're using open source. So we're strapped together to this giant circle of life. And I come here to ask you for a few things. If you're not a software developer, but you're a product lead or product manager, I want your ideas. How can we fix this? What can we do better in the world? How can we take this software and build the next stage? If you're a software developer, I have an easier one for you. Become an open source software developer, because you'll get 20 to 30% pay raise. That's the average pay increase just by using open source software. Pretty good reason to come over to open source. And if you're not, and you want to open up a business, I implore you to do so. See what I did there? You want to just open that up? This is like reaping with benefits. We have these economic models that are not yet figured out. This is a multi-trillion-dollar business in open source, and it's all waiting for you to come into it because it's already come to you. So now we want you to recognize that and join the open source. So this wave of open source, this wave is all about you as non-software developers coming in. So this one's for you. That's it. Thank you very much.